Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Cue the Review, Mario,
And Zach.
and let's start this bitch. So, I thought that, according to the movie, of course, we're gonna drink in the honor of Ridley Scott because, I mean, let's face it, he's on a downward spiral. And I think in his memory, we should drink his favorite drink. What do you think it is? It's gonna be like.
I think it's something nice. It's the
Yeah.
finer things in life,
Yeah,
right?
something you can't even pronounce on the menu, I would assume.
Definitely.
But so I have here right now my favorite Ajak Hadanier here and this is it. If you've seen this, you know what I'm referencing. Those shameless motherfuckers don't even try to hide the label. This is, this is what you want poured over your grave, right? When you're out,
Right?
I guess it's just to go on that whole vibe of just. I mean, other than that, how many more silly moments can you call at the top of your head from this movie?
5,000.
Yeah, dude.
The whole thing was pretty ridiculous. Maybe not in terms of ridiculousness of just comedy, which there's like parts that were funny, which they probably weren't necessarily meant to be, but oh man, this was not a serious movie as I expected it to be.
No, of course not. Sure, in Prometheus we have a lot of silly moments. I mean, the guy approaching something that looks like a fucking albino snake, approaching it like a puppy. But, Jesus Christ, here do they go out of their way to be fucking silly. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think Weyland Yutani needs new captains because they do the most stupidest shit ever. I mean...
They need to go through like a psych thing.
Yeah, dude, they need training. Because, for real...
Oh, no one in this one had training.
Everybody
The badass sergeant didn't even have training.
These are the most shittiest, most underqualified crew to have a ship aboard. Let's ignore that at least the first hour of the movie is just alien. Let's ignore that fact because it's just straight up alien.
Yeah.
They go through the whole thing where they discover this unknown signal and they're trying to explore out of their way, I might add. They already have a set
I like
mission.
how they explained that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you were way out there. The guy was like 5 feet from the ship. They're like, oh yeah, you got a signal because you're out there.
I know.
You have a super spaceship, and you had one little dude out in space that got a signal that you couldn't. Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, of course, dude. And it's almost like one of the characters, the main female character, what's her name? Forgettable McGee. She almost has a moment where she is your avatar in the movie where she's like, we shouldn't do this. This is not a good idea. Let's just follow protocol and get shit done. But of course, we have to make the movie get started. So, the captain is like, what do you mean it's too good to be true? This signal that we got from what we believe to be a habited planet. Yeah.
You always have to have that call out moment of just someone be like, bullshit. I'm just calling it now. Put it on the record.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay, she even goes on the record.
She does say that too.
Please record my boys. I did not endorse this. But you know what? No. Let's cool down. Let's talk about the good stuff. Okay. I was
3 good things. I've been trying to make a list. This is difficult.
Yeah. No. How about this? Special effects aside, of course, the special effects are great.
Yes.
Really, never deviates from that. The cinematography was beautiful.
That's true. Yeah. Just he goes with the just kind of official visual that he got from the last one. He didn't really deviate from it, and it's beautiful. Like I can appreciate that. There's a very nice. As soon as you enter the planet too, I love that color.
Yeah, it's the only thing that works. Keep going.
In terms of visual effects, clean. It's definitely a lot cleaner compared to Prometheus. I mean, it wasn't bad at Prometheus. I mean, it wasn't like, wow, like that's really bad CGI now. But the reality of it was very nice. And was there something else?
I believe so. I did like the music. The music was
yes. The soundtrack was
great
on point.
soundtrack.
Definitely.
Yeah. I even feel like they tried to incorporate
first 5 minutes. I'm like, oh,
like the little the little screams from the '79 Alien trailer.
You
right?
Yeah. And like you even like inside the ship and stuff. You had what I felt is you've played the game.
Yeah, of course.
I felt that a
Alien
lot
Isolation.
in this. They definitely had that kind of feel.
Yeah, it had a very good aesthetic.
Minus the thrill,
Yeah.
and the suspense, and the good stuff. But yeah, very much like that game.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Everything that was around sound, special effects, visual, cinematography, all of that was top notch.
Yes.
But the movie that's inside it.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
the
God.
story. We called it from not even a month before watching it. We were like
Yeah.
just contemplating, like just watching at the trailer, what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if you guys seen our trailer review, we pretty much nail like at least
Yeah.
80% of it. And then some from things that
Oh,
were
yeah.
not shown in the trailer. May I add, James Franco is not in this movie. He is not in this movie one fucking bit.
Yeah, I don't remember him being in
Yeah.
the trailer, but he has a good part. I'll say that.
You know what? He had it the easiest. He didn't have to
definitely had
deal.
it the easiest.
He didn't have to deal with any of the bullshit that any of the other crew. He was just
Yep.
spark. Just.
Yeah.
Oh man, but you know what I did like? The acting from everyone else was respectable. There was no one that was like really bad, you know, which we did have in Prometheus some bad ones.
Yeah.
But
Moments,
who
yeah.
stole the freaking show was David.
Oh,
played by
this is definitely a
Fassbender.
David movie.
Oh, of course. I wish the whole movie just focused on him.
Which one?
Yeah, so there's two Davids.
Yeah.
And just spoiler, there's some hot robots on robots action, I may add, that comes out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, that was really out
You
of
know?
place. Really, like, even for David, that was out of place. Like,
Yeah.
David's a weird motherfucker, but
But you know what? I was stuck on the screen the whole time he was there. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's where all my attention went.
I almost wish that they had totally taken away everyone else. Like, I would have actually been okay if it was just a
Yeah.
David. Like, if the other David was just exploring things by himself and then became, like, that's really 80% of the story, I would say,
Yeah.
was around him already.
Yeah, and when you see him with his long hair, weren't you like expecting like Bruce Willis to come out of a vent? Like, he looks like
What?
the villain from Die Hard.
I wanted him to keep it, and I wanted him to collect another David, and I wanted a boy band to start.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
That Fabio motherfucker. Yeah, it's just like the other guy just standing still and he's playing the flute. I can see that happening.
They were about to play some other flute, but that
Yeah.
aside.
And to add to the list of disappointments here, the aliens, I mean, at least in Prometheus, you had a lot going on, no matter how all over the place it may be. You did get a vibe of somebody actually put thought into the creations of these beings. They were
Mhm.
well designed. It really did keep you entertained.
Right.
And I mean, here they have like, what, 2 creatures? That's it.
Yeah, they have the original Prometheus one, and some weird albino version of it.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's really all it is. Like, it's technically just one creature. Like, there's not much of a difference. You still get the weird scorpion alien from the eggs that
Yeah.
goes on your face.
The facehuggers.
You have the crazy black one with the bite you tongue, and then we have the albino version of that, which it was alright. Like, it was just as vicious and just shitty, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you see it in the trailer. I like the spores. The way they visually portrayed that and how it entered the system, that was pretty decent, but there's not enough growth in this film, I
Yeah.
felt.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of the alien creatures is that you have to feel that there are stages to everything.
Yeah.
And here it just looks like somebody just rushed it just to get it out of the way because
As soon as they get on the planet, you're like,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
yeah, pretty
there's,
much.
There's no fight in this one, which is what I really hate.
There's little conflict.
There's conflict, but they stand no chance. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Like, everyone is so unqualified in every aspect. Even the med bay doctor in this sees a little bit of blood and freaks out. Like, I thought she was gonna pass out. Like, I'm like, really? Like, you're supposed to be the surgeon for this team, and you just like have like a little blood splatter in your face. You're like, I'm out. Like, fuck this. Fuck you. Like, oh man.
She really did have a Star Trek moment like, I'm just a doctor, I can't do shit. But then
Right,
she
yeah.
says, oh, you need a surgeon for this. then why the fuck do we have you on board?
That was a different one. She wasn't even there. They don't even have like the real surgeon who actually helps. She's up in space, like watching Neville, like, oh, we made a huge fucking mistake. Like, who sent the intern?
I know, right?
That's what I felt like.
You just had to get the coffee. God damn it!
they were not expecting any of this, and which is really bizarre too, especially since they knew about Prometheus. They were like, yeah, like.
Well, in their defense, they only knew that it went missing. They didn't know the details until they actually got to the planet, got to the derelict ship, and for some reason decided to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, the minute you see that, and I feel like it's become not just a horror trope, but an alien trope now. That you have to go out of your way so that way you can get the facehuggers on your face.
Yeah, and this one, it wasn't even. It was, again, too easy because they were literally just like, hey, you should open that. What's in there? Like, really? Like, at least in the first one, they were actually everything was new.
Yes.
And they were exploring it, and it was more for science, and they're like, okay, like, we actually don't know what this is. Whereas this one, that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
It's just a full, here, puppy, like, try this toy.
Even in other alien scenarios, they at least kind of try. Like, maybe they don't face over the fucking, like, monstrous-looking egg. Or, like, maybe the facehugger runs away and stuff like that. No, but what I'm saying is that it's even stupider here because David actually brings this guy over in this really ominous-looking fucking room. Like, you would shit your pants. And may I add, I love that in the entrance to this room with all the eggs, there's an actual picture of a facehugger.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
like a do not enter sign, but it's for facehuggers.
It's like, how do you really, dude? Like, this guy's a moron. Like, I don't know how this guy became a crew member.
I know.
He's like this, like, although they say he's like supposed to be super religious, he's like not.
They don't really do anything with
yeah.
it. It's like seeing a door with a picture of a tiger right on the top, and it's like, you know what? I was just like, why the fuck would you do that? I mean, oh god, there was no reason why that should have happened. But again, the guy goes into the room. It looks ominous as fuck, and he basically says, "Look down," and yeah, it's horrible.
Just over. And this goes back to just everything was just too easy for the aliens. Like,
it was almost like a buffet for the aliens. Like people were
yeah.
serving themselves with barbecue and we're getting on the dishes for them. Like,
and it was kind of. I mean, again, with David made it basically a buffet for them because he's just feeding them pretty much.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say yet with the spoilers of why, even though you probably already know. Like, if you've seen the trailer, you probably already know. But there's just no dynamic growth in this whatsoever. There's no. It's just
not even with the main character.
Welcome to my house, you all dead. Like, that's it. That's the entire plot of the story.
Yeah, the only reason David is mildly interesting is because he's the one that actually has any kind of revelation as to who he is and how he sees his creation, basically. And it's really cool to like kind of have this really creative, really outgoing David with what was the name of his copy?
Walter.
Walter, who's very straight to the point and very much a robot.
Logical, yeah.
So it was kind of like this unique yin and yang when you see them like work with each other.
Yeah.
And that doesn't last long. And they do this in a temple of engineers, of which we only see like 1% of.
I know.
Like, I was really
way
excited.
More than that, yeah.
Like, they're gonna explore the city. They're gonna see all this new technology. But they just stay in a fucking cave the entire time. It's like going to Atlantis and just staying at the gift shop. Like they don't do anything with it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just get the shirt and go.
It's like the little gems. Yeah, look what I got.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a cool world. They just entered this new civilization. Well, what it would have been a civilization, and like, they had this perfect concept of setting.
Yeah.
Totally wasted. Totally wasted opportunity.
The way they set it up, it was almost like some Pompeii scenario.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, like where everybody was so like just crawled up and
Just a dead
suffering.
city,
Yeah, no, it was really well designed. Like, you gotta give it up for Ridley Scott. Regardless of the execution, he has really grand, really great ideas.
Yeah.
It's almost like I wish, like, he gave that to, like, Steven Spielberg and just walked off because he doesn't
Yeah.
fucking make it work.
Yeah, I mean, he has this perfect vision, but for some reason on this one, the story just didn't match with it. Like
Yeah.
even in Prometheus, it was close. It wasn't again perfect, we all know, but it way close. Like I have so much more appreciation
Oh my
for
God.
Prometheus.
It's almost
now.
like it retroactively makes Prometheus even better just by seeing this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like the difference comes with the focus. Like here, they
Yeah.
made more of a focus on the exploration and the horror and stuff that you get with the more traditional aliens. Because it's almost like he got the reviews of Prometheus and he just decided, okay, let's just bring it back to what people like. But in a way, it's almost like he sacrificed what made Prometheus unique by just giving people what they wanted to be fed.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just cut and dry. Just this worked last time. Like more people wanted just the blood and gore, really.
Yeah.
And like.
And I'll give it up. At least those
Okay.
moments with the blood and gore were cool. I
Yeah.
like for a very vicious, kind of like like Saw kind of like cut 'em up movie. It was really cool with the actual effects, especially because a lot of them were practical. But
Yeah.
I felt like they definitely added a lot more CGI in here.
And again, it was clean. It was
Yeah.
a lot cleaner than in Prometheus, and I could appreciate. Just when the aliens come out and everything, it was pretty gory, and it's
Yeah.
like sinewy. I
Yeah,
guess
sinewy.
that's what it is. It's just when they come, you just see every little thing. Like you're fucked, dude. Like that is gross.
Yeah, there's no way you're getting out of that one at that point. But yeah, it is really disappointing because I mean, from Prometheus, it looked like it was showing us a taste of what Ridley Scott had in mind.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could give it a pass because Prometheus was a mess in production. Everybody was reading
Yeah.
and rewriting, and you can tell that. But I mean, here he has no excuse. It was just Ridley Scott, his own vision, his own project, and I mean, he just took a dump all over that shit.
Right.
Goddamn.
The hardest part of this, Mario, is our ratings.
Oh god.
And this one's difficult. It's not a bad film, but I walked out entertained at least, and I was
It's only when you take it into context about who's working on it.
Yeah.
That it's that.
and yeah, because you're disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Standalone, I was okay with it. Like if I take it apart from it being Ridley Scott's and from Prometheus and everything else, I was entertained, and I never was bored while watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely fixated. I'm like, okay, I know what's gonna happen, but it is visually cool. Like the setting and what's going on, that captured me, and that was able to hold my attention enough. I'm wavering on whether it's a rent or a theater, just because of it being a Ridley Scott and us knowing what he had the potential to do.
The potential.
The potential.
Yes, it's all about that potential.
I don't know if I needed more of the fine Jack Daniels to appreciate this. I don't know.
Why not, man? Here, let's. Hey, Ridley, come on, get your shit together. All right.
Right?
Yes.
Right? Come on. Fine things in life, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course. Like for every drink.
Oh, top shelf.
Yeah, Jack Daniels. Mm-mm.
Good job, Captain. For me, I was wavering, but I can appreciate it. For this one, I'm going to say number 4, watching in theaters.
Yeah.
The visual effects, the setting, and everything, even though it is a cliche story, you know it's going to happen really quick, I thought it was entertaining. A little bit of disappointment, but if you rented it, I don't think you would really appreciate quite the depth that they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I have hopes if there is a third one.
No, there's gonna be a third one.
Probably gonna be a third one. I really hope that they amp up the story more, because it seemed like he was focusing on the action, which everyone in the theater seemed to like.
Yeah.
There was response, needless to say.
And laughter.
And laughter.
Where there hadn't had to be.
Yeah. But I thought it was worth the experience. What do you think? Ooh.
Okay, so for what I did like was very superficial reasons.
Okay.
It's like, I dare say, watching Transformers, but it's not to that level. I only liked it for very superficial reasons. Like I said, I love the special effects, the sound, the soundtrack was well done.
Soundtrack was really good. Yeah, the sound effects. Yeah, I forgot about that. The
Yeah.
sound effects were key.
You noticed.
Like they definitely amped up that. Like there was, you can hear way too much.
Yeah, somebody put work into it, and that shows. Okay, so let's get serious now. I did like all of those superficial things, like seeing like a hack 'em up horror movie. I did like all the gore. I did love, at least somewhat the thrills of, running away from the
What
alien and
thrills
trying
there
to
were.
get rid of it. The action scenes alone were just great. But there's so many silly moments I had to sit through.
They were
that,
awkward.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, you've seen the trailer. The alien fingers a girl. You've seen that tail
Is that in the
going
trailer?
up there? Yeah, that's
I
in the
remember
trailer.
that.
You see that. You see that.
When I saw it in the film, I'm like,
It's almost like the alien is like going, peekaboo, look who's here. Your favorite xenomorph.
yeah.
I only liked it for very superficial reasons. So, yeah, because there's no actual writing or character development to take away from other than David. I feel like Michael Fassbender is not going to replace, like Ripley in this series.
Oh no.
Because
Oh
goddamn,
no.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not even like even if they wrote it that way, like that's hard.
I'm not saying
match.
thematically replacing her. I'm talking about like just someone you can get attached to.
Yeah.
Someone you can actually watch and not be like, oh, this guy again. I hope he dies.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah. And because of all of that, I feel like sure you can watch it on the big screen and enjoy all of that, but there's big ass plasmas with surround sound and stereo that you don't need to watch this in theaters.
Alright.
I feel like your enjoyment is very superficial, and if that's what you want to see, you just want to see a bunch of aliens kick the shit out of out of a bunch of like lonely crew members that you're
You
gonna
will get
forget. You do get
The
that.
entire time, it is just a blood buffet.
Oh yeah. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it the number 3, which is just Netflix. Rent it, watch it in the comfort of your own home, and you'll probably enjoy it just as much. Because, yeah, man, I feel like the alien movies are just not gonna surpass okay now. I think at this point I kind of gave up. And
Oh wow!
that sucks
Really?
because,
This
yes,
already?
I hold Geiger
I know.
dear. So, yeah, no, I feel like
Wow.
it's just dumb fun. That's the best way I can describe this movie. It's dumb fun. When they try to get deep and get all existential, they're trying too hard, and it doesn't translate well. So, yeah, for those very superficial, dumb fun reasons, that's why I'm giving it a Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't give up on it yet, man. All right. To get into a little bit of, or before we get into spoiler territory, if you need or want to tune out now, let me just say, follow us on SoundCloud, please.
SoundCloud.
There it is. Stitcher. This video. If you're listening in, this is a video. Spoiler alert.
I think they know it's a video.
Do they know? I hope you know. If you don't, if
Oh,
you're
so
just
it's not?
tuning in, I know, right?
I was gonna be naked the entire time.
If you're just listening to the podcast right now, go to YouTube. You can see our lovely mugs finally. On Facebook, Mario's this close to making a really awesome website for everybody, and I'm pretty excited about it. So, good job thus far. We're almost there. Follow us, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, all that fun jazz. Go to YouTube, watch us.
Oh, you forgot the Books of the Faces. We do have a Facebook.
I said
No, you
Facebook, didn't
didn't.
I? I thought I
No, you
did.
didn't.
If you didn't, oh, okay.
If you maybe did, don't worry. it's
Go to the
Jack
Book of
Daniels
the
topic.
Faces. We're on there too. Follow us, enjoy us, and